What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today, we're working on the Raptor. That's right, my first gen 2012 Raptor that I got for $14,000, listed as having some mysterious transmission issue. There was never a transmission issue. I have not had a transmission issue to date. It's got 247,000 miles on the odometer, 6.2 liter V8. It needed a few minor things, and it still does, which is what we're going to focus on today. But overall, I've driven the crap out of this truck. I mean, daily driven it everywhere. I have towed with this vehicle. I've had no problems other than a check engine light for an oxygen sensor. So there's a list of things I want to get done today, and here's some of the issues. When I got it, it didn't have the right wheels. I put the proper second-gen Raptor wheels on it, and I think they look absolutely great. Aside from that, I got a check engine light that came on for an oxygen sensor downstream heater circuit. Oxygen sensor is 9 times out of 10 going to be bad, so I got a new oxygen sensor. The bumper, I hate. I can't stand this cow scooper bumper. I know that it's like a Baja bumper, and this is a Baja truck. No, guys. No, I can't. I hate the bumper, so I spent $775 on a new one, a used one, and had it shipped here from, like, Missouri or something. So yeah, I've got a new bumper for it as well. There's a couple other minor inconveniences with this truck. Nothing too crazy. Creaking doors, that's very common for a truck that has, you know, 250,000 miles on it. This truck has not been started in a long time. It's just been sitting here. So let's fire it up. That just sounds good. That sounds so good. The truck smells good. It runs great. And like I said, I've put some miles on this thing. One of the other problems I have is the digitizer doesn't work. The screen is just dead. So I've got a new screen, a whole new screen we're going to put in it. Yes, the heated and air-conditioned seats work. And here's the other issue we have. The fan, you can't adjust it. You can clearly see on the screen that the fan is going up and down. It's right there. Oops. But the fan doesn't change speed. Well, there's a blower motor resistor probably somewhere over there. I've got a new blower motor resistor for it too. I've got some LED headlights because these headlights, truthfully, they're kind of pathetic. They're just factory headlights, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I definitely want to get the LEDs in there. I think the LEDs are going to look a little bit better. This really needs to be sanded and redone. That's pretty rough. Good Lord, I didn't realize how bad that was. Yeah, that's really rough. We're not going to get to that in today's video, unfortunately. But I will swap out the LED headlights, assuming everything fits like it's supposed to. The bumper. What else? I think that's really about it for this truck. There's not much, like really, there's not much that it needs. It just needs a little bit of attention. Listen to that. Oh, and the Ford badge. I have a badge that's supposed to pop in here somehow, I guess. I got the new badge for it because it just looks ridiculous with a broken badge. Tailgate works, and so does the grandpa step, although now that I'm looking at, there we go. Yeah, there it is. I love the truck. I do. Great truck. It has served me well, but I ended up buying a brand new Ram 1500 Limited because, well, I just wanted something with a warranty, something I wouldn't have to worry about paying for if anything went wrong. I don't think anything's going to go wrong with this. The last trip on this is 746.3 miles and 13 miles a gallon. Yeah, 13 miles a gallon. And that is overall including towing, guys. So, yeah, backup camera works, but again, you can't zoom because the screen doesn't work. Everything else works. Four-wheel drive, it runs and drives absolutely great. No complaints out of this truck at all. Other than, you know, it's just a little older. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. The 6.2 and the 6-speed transmission, these things are almost bulletproof, man. These things are amazing. Listen to this. I'm taking the long way back to the shop. I miss this truck. I do. I daily drive my new Ram now, and I love it to death. I do. But this 6.2, it's just crazy. The size of this truck, man. There really is something about driving around in a Raptor. It's just, yeah. If you ever drive one, you'll understand what I'm talking about, man. You just kind of fall in love with these things. Oh, we got some kids here, car parked in the middle of the street. That's nice. All right, let's try not to. There we go. All right, let's pull this thing into the shop. We've got some work to do. I just want to get it knocked out, because once this thing is fixed, I am going to most likely send it on down the road. So before I shut this truck off, everybody thinks the first gen Raptors don't have a sport mode because there's no button that designates sports mode. All you've got is an off-road button and traction control, and that's all you get. The trick is there's a combination of buttons you got to push to actually get into sport mode. This thing is mean just driving in regular mode, but when you put it in sport mode, oh man, it changes everything. So how do you do it? You simply come down here and you push off-road mode. Then you're going to come up here to the traction control and you're going to push it, and then you are in sport mode. One push of this, one push of this, but you got to be patient. If you just push this and then immediately push this, it's not going to do anything. Now you can turn it off, see, advanced track enabled, or you can push it again and turn it back into sport mode. All I'm doing is just hitting the traction control button. Once you have it in off-road mode, you can toggle sport mode on and off with just the touch of the traction control button. So I think I'm going to start this video with something that's going to make the biggest difference on this truck, and that's that bumper. Looks like there's just a couple of bolts to hold the whole bumper on, and it appears to be the same way on that bumper. So looks like this was a direct replacement. Now when I take this off, maybe I'll be able to sell it. This doesn't just fit a Raptor, I'm certain of it. I'd be willing to bet you could put this bumper on pretty much anything. I don't know what it's worth, probably not much, because honestly, I think it looks, I'm sorry guys, if you love it, I really do apologize. I think this bumper looks absolutely ridiculous. It doesn't fit the truck at all. So I'm going to do this off camera. I'm just going to pull a couple bolts, take the bumper off, slap the new one on, and we're going to see how it looks when we come back. And there you have it. Look how much different it looks with the proper bumper on it. It looks so much better, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The only thing, and I know some of you are going to point it out, that's missing are the tow hooks, which that does kind of suck. But that looks so much better than this thing. You know, and maybe I can sell this and make a few dollars. I don't know. In order to put this bumper back on, though, well, I needed the skid plate, so I bought a skid plate. The bumper was almost $1,000. The skid plate was like $150. And then I had to buy a bracket kit because all the brackets that came off of this were missing. So the brackets were about $70. And you can see right there the nice shiny brackets with the nice new hardware. So yeah, the skid plate is a little scratched up, but I mean, it's a skid plate, guys. Yes, I could have painted it and everything, but then I think the skid plate would have looked better than the rest of the truck. So I opted to just leave it alone. What do you guys think? I'm so happy. I'm so happy. This one mod that all in probably cost me right at $1,000 made the whole truck look better. I do notice there's a little bit more of a gap over here. I could probably, oh, you know what, this is flimsy. I could probably just bend that up just a little bit. For now, I'm not going to mess with it, though. I mean, I think overall, the truck looks like a Raptor again, man. This is what it was supposed to look like. I would be proud to drive this truck anywhere. All right, next, we got a new oxygen sensor. This is a Bosch. I got it from Rock Auto. I've been buying a lot of parts from Rock Auto just because you get the name brand parts. This is a 18069. You get them for a fraction of the cost, guys. So here's the new one. It should be a direct replacement. I got just a few tools. This is going to be my oxygen sensor wrench, 22 millimeter. And just in case I need a little help with the O2 sensor connector, we got a pick and a small screwdriver. So let's climb under the truck. One of the things I love about trucks is you don't have to jack them up to work on them. Just throw your stuff under them, well, gently, and just kind of climb under. So, here we go. Surprisingly, everything under this truck looks really good. That transpan gasket is relatively fresh. It's very pliable. There's, like I said before, there's no leaks, guys. Look under here. Look at this. No leaks under this truck at all. Not from the front differential, the transmission, transfer. Oops, I got you guys upside down. Sorry, I'm having a time here. Look under here. Look at that exhaust. That is a massive aftermarket exhaust. Flowmaster duals, it looks like. So the oxygen sensor in question is actually right there, right in the center of your screen. Should be easy enough to get out. It's directly in the catalytic converter, and this is not a catalyst below efficiency code. This is a bank 2 sensor 2 stuck lean. I thought it was a heater circuit. It's not. It is stuck lean. So 9 times out of 10, that's going to be a dead oxygen sensor. All we got to do is unplug it and get it out of there. All right, we got it unplugged. That's just a... Come on. Did I even get it loose, or is it... There we go. Oh, I should count my blessings, because honestly that was way too easy. It's still a little on the... Ouch. Yeah, it's a little on the warm side there. Let's see if there's a way of getting it without burning my hands. Golly. This should take care of our code, and then our remote start will work again. It's my biggest complaint. I didn't notice any running differences or anything. It ran just fine. Just when the check engine light comes on, you can't use remote start. And I'm a big fan of remote start to cool off the vehicles on these hot days. There we go. Ouch. God dang, that's hot. Wow. All right. Old one is out. Oh, and I about took you guys out with me. That's as good as we're going to get, guys. Take it or leave it. It's already got the anti-seize compound on there, so we could just kind of get it in the hole, start spinning it around, and hopefully the threads find a... There we go, just like that. The threads find a nice, happy place. Tighten it down, plug it in, clear the codes, and we're done. Look at that, it's already in. That easy, guys. Nothing to it. All right, you guys ready? Let's see if it worked. Everything's cleared. Lock. Please start. No? Hold on. It's always something. I already cleared the codes. So why won't it start? Start it manually. Make sure we got no check engine light on. Turn the e-brake off. Okay, we have no lights on the dash at all. We're making great progress today, guys. Let's roll the window up. I don't think you gotta have the windows up. Hell, I don't know. Putting that new oxygen sensor to work. All right, let's try this again. Lock. Yes! I guess after you clear the codes, you have to start it for the first time or something, and then there you go. And then push it again to shut it off. Try it one more time. God, I kind of want to keep this. This is such a nice truck. I mean, I say that. It's obviously old and, you know, it's definitely a little bit beat up. But It's such a great truck. It looks mean. It sounds mean. And for $14,000, it's kind of hard to beat it. You know what I mean? It's really hard to beat it. You got your Banks Ram Air cold air intake. It doesn't leak a drop of anything. I'm considering. You guys already know the deal, man. I say this all the time. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it, and I never do. I mean to keep them. I just don't. But this one, 14 grand is going to be hard to. It's going to be hard to beat on something like this, guys. Really hard to beat on something like this. So next, I think what I want to do now is take the headlights out. And God, I don't know how to do that. Looks like there's one bolt here and two up here. And I'm hoping that's all there is. It looks like 10 mils. Let's pull these headlights out and let's get some LED lights in these bad boys. So it really was as simple as taking out 3 bolts. The 2 top ones, one's in the front. Now, there's this little clip you've really got to grab and pull out. Like right here, there's a little groove that they made specially so you can put your fingers in here. Really grip it, don't be afraid, and rip it out. Take your little connector off, wherever it went, super easy, just a little push pin right there. Pop that off, and then you just twist this, and out it comes. And now, we're ready for the new LEDs, and none of this is sponsored. I paid my own money for all this. I found these on Amazon, and these have pretty good reviews. It's supposed to be some of the brightest lights on the market. Who knows? These are type ONR 157Q26. I might even put a link below this video for you guys if you want to check some out for yourself. So we open up the box and we're greeted with some gloves. Guys, I don't know. That glove, it might fit. I don't think I need the gloves. What is this? We've got some books or something. Here, wow. These are actually not any bigger than the factory headlights. Look at this. I mean, I know it's thicker, but I mean, normally you'd find these things with like massive fans and stuff on them, and there are none. So the only question is, how does this fit in? I think it goes just like that. Bingo. No way. That's it? That's all there is to it. Plug and play. No joke. Let's make sure the connector fits. I may have that in backwards. No. No, it locks into place. Yeah. No way. Guys, this is too easy. All right, so I wanted a direct comparison between the old and the new, and wow. Now, believe me, I know brighter isn't always better, and I also know that for sure that headlight needs severe cleaning. So it may be something that I'll do myself with some sandpaper. It's not that hard to take these headlights out, and I could sand them up, or I could take it to Walmart. Walmart will do it for 20 bucks, and they gave me a warranty. So yeah, just so you can clearly see old versus new, even with these dingy lights. And these are the dims, guys. These are the dims. Let me turn on the brights for you. The brights, look at that. The brights that's going to change everything. That was one of my biggest complaints with this truck, and believe me, I don't have many complaints with this pickup truck. Not many at all. But one that I had was that the headlights were just, they were really bad. That's beautiful, man. That looks so good, and that looks like absolute crap. Take a look at that, guys. It's amazing how much we've accomplished in such a small time. It has not been that long, and we're just knocking stuff out left and right. And that's one of the other things I love about this truck. You know, even though I prefer a warranty and I want to know that my stuff is going to be fixed for free should something break, at the same time, so far, there has been nothing on this truck that is difficult. Now, hold yourself. If you're going to do a tune-up on this, you better be prepared, because this truck has 16 spark plugs. It's actually got 4 on top and 4 on the bottom, on each side. And those are a bit of a pain. So a tune-up on this, number one, is expensive to do the plugs and the wires, and you better do the coils too. I'm just saying, if you're going to get in there and do this, do it right. Do the plugs, all 16, do the wires, and do the coils. You've got 8 coils, and you've got 8 plug wires. The coils have double, like, coils on them, so each one coil is actually 2. They're expensive. But I'm telling you right now, this truck, even though the fuel economy for most of you is going to be really bad, it's 13 miles a gallon, guys, and I'll be the first to admit that's not exactly impressive. But when you're talking about a big, heavy Baja truck, a ginormous, heavy pickup truck with a big 6.2 liter engine, yeah, you know, that's really not that bad a fuel economy, in my opinion. So what are we going to work on next? I think next, let's do the blower motor resistor. I've got a brand new one right here, genuine Ford. And let's see if that fixes our heat and air conditioning problem. Like I said earlier, the fan is stuck on one speed. It's like in the middle. You can't get it to go higher. It won't go lower. It's just generally stuck. Now, hopefully we'll get lucky and it's just easily accessible under here. But since everything's been going so good for us today, I'm going to assume that's probably not going to happen. Oh, I don't see it. Of course, I can't. It's hard for me to get under here. Like, can you guys see anything? Oh, wait, I see it on the screen. Is that it right there? It is, and somebody has replaced it because it's got a whole new connector. This is it right here. Come on. Don't make this difficult. Oh, that is very, very, very stuck. All right, 2 screws later. Super easy, guys. As I said, everything so far has been easy. 8mm on a 1/4 inch, and it sits right up here. That is it. Now, whether this is actually going to fix the problem or not, I don't know. This honestly looks it looks pretty new to me, guys. Let's compare it with the new Ford version. All right, can you tell the difference? Can you tell which one's old and which one is new? Yeah, you can, because this one's kind of dingy looking. Oh, that's the new one. Wait, hold on. Okay, wow. So the dingy one, the dingy one's the new one, because this literally says FOMOCO on top of it. You guys probably can't see it, but this says FOMOCO. This says nothing. This just has a weird serial number or model number on the bottom. The Ford version does not. So I'm going to plug this back in here. That's probably what it was. Should have gone genuine Ford. Let me see if I can fit this up in here. Get this back into its little hole. And success. Bingo. There we go. She's fitted in there. It's a matter of putting the screws in, tightening it down, plugging it in, and we'll try out this air conditioner. All right, let's see if that worked. So far, guys, everything is just, man, we're just clicking right along tonight. So I have to expect that eventually something is going to go wrong, because I'm close to having everything done on this truck that I wanted to get done today. Aside from replacing the digitizer, oh man, I didn't bring the keys. All right, everything is booting up. And we're about to find out. This takes a while. It's a little slow, kind of antiquated, but give it a minute. All right, here we go. Let's try the air conditioning. I hear things. It works. Listen to that. Turned all the way down. Medium. And high. Oh man, I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Very nice. This is great because now when I turn it on auto, it can actually adjust the fan speed instead of it just being a constant speed. So what do we got left? I guess the next main thing for me is obviously my infotainment center. Now, it works. I want to be very clear about this. It works. You can turn the volume up and down. You can tune it. You can adjust the sound. You can seek different stations. Navigation and stuff all works. All of this stuff works. The problem is there are some settings, there's some things that you've got to do on the screen that you just can't do because it's dead as a doornail. So I've never done this before, but I'm gonna bet money you've got, yep, I guarantee, yep, there we go. It's gonna be a couple, what, probably 8 mils? Something like that, 8 mils or quarters right there. And then I'll bet this just, hopefully, this just pops off. It might not, but we're about to find out. All right, so up top, one here and one here, 7 millimeters. And then does it just, I sure don't want to break anything. Oops. Does it just, no it doesn't. Okay, careful. Looks like we've got to pop this, and then we can pop that off. All right, guys, this is, I knew we were going to run into a hiccup at some point. This is kind of a pain. If you see these little grooves on the side of the this bezel. Well, there's grooves on the top and there's grooves on the bottom on both sides, and you have to get these popped out first on both sides. The problem is this side fits behind the airbag. Oh yeah, so what I found worked best for me is taking some trim tools. I've got a couple of them, a large one and a small one, and I popped this one and this one off as best I could without fully removing them. And then I was able to get in here and pull this out somewhat. Then I used a trim tool to pry between these this seam where this meets this, and I was able to pop it out on both sides just like that. So now that we've got it most of the way out, hopefully I can get to it. It's just the screen. It looks like there's 1, 2, 3, one on top, one on bottom. There's only 4. Yeah, on each side. Hopefully we can pop that screen out, and hopefully there's enough room to slide this out. I think we can take this off. I think there's just a, was it just a little push tab? There we go. That takes care of that top switch, and that gives us a whole lot more room to work with. That it was not fun. So it's ready to come out now. 4 bolts, one down here, one up here, and then the same on the other side. You're gonna need a magnet, maybe a little pick, because you're gonna drop them. You're absolutely gonna drop them. So I got this magnet here. I dropped 2 out of 4, and I rescued all 4. So now this thing should, yeah, see, it just pops out. I don't think there's any programming involved. I think you just push this clip. There's one. That one's gonna be a little more stubborn. It's not gonna let me do it on camera, is it? It's gonna make me, come on. We're so close. It does not want to, good Lord. Wow. Okay, well, here is the old one. And I bought a used one because I'm cheap. So here is the new to me one. This was, I keep thinking it was like 150 bucks. It wasn't a whole lot of money. Guaranteed to work. Comes with the pigtails, which we shouldn't need, and we should be able to plug this thing in, and hopefully everything works. All right, time to find out if everything works. The screen comes on. That's good. Only question is does the touchscreen portion work? All right, here we go. Ha! It works. It works. Now, keep in mind, this is old, it's antiquated, it's slow, but I don't know, do we, let's go to map. The maps work. Climate control. Oh, very nice. We can, yes. Thank you. Max AC. Everything comes on like it's supposed to. Can we turn it? I don't even know how to turn all this off, but anyway, go back to home and radio. This takes us to our satellite, which I guess we can touch 1, 2, and 3. I'll go ahead and turn off that air conditioning. I'm glad that it works. It looks like everything is functioning the way it's supposed to. I don't know what that screen is supposed to be. Oh, photos. It gives you one photo, and it's a Ford emblem. That's, yeah, very, very nice. Phone? Ah, we can actually set up Bluetooth now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Our apps, call history, everything is working. Here's the best part. Before I couldn't adjust my treble and my bass, and now I can. And we can also turn this speed compensated volume off. I really hate that visualizer. I like that being on. Balance and fade. Make sure everything is nice and centered, and it is. Guys, it works. Now I've got no signal in here because I'm inside of a big metal building, but everything went back together. You know, it went back together. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. We've got our bright LED headlights. The truck is running perfectly. There's no warning lights on the dash at all. There's only one thing left for us to do to conclude this video, and that is to take this brand new Ford emblem, and if I understand right, it looks like it just kind of clips onto here. Ha! It does! Look at that. There it is. That's it. The only other thing I have to do, I don't think I need to do on camera, guys. I did buy some new windshield wipers for it because, let's face it, the old ones kind of sucked. So there's the old ones, and looks like they're Rain-X, maybe the exact same ones that I bought. I got some really good ones for it right here. Now, here's another thing. I did buy these taillights for it because one of the taillights on this truck has a crack. The problem is these don't match. These just aren't the right ones, guys. Take a look, and you see how these are kind of blacked out taillights? They're really cool looking taillights. Well, these are the opposite of that. These are really bright with, you know, chrome and shiny, and I don't think that's gonna mesh well with the truck. So the other one is the one with the crack. I think I'm just gonna leave it. So I don't think I'm gonna use these. Maybe I can put these on Facebook Marketplace or something along with all of this other stuff and sell it. But that's it. Changing the windshield wipers is all I've got left. And then this truck, at least for now, is done. All right, let's take it for a quick ride and see how these headlights look at night. Oh, and hopefully you can zoom. Level 1, level 2, level 3. Apparently the zoom function doesn't work. Huh. Settings. You can turn your brightness, contrast, reset everything, guidelines, fixed rear camera delay on. So really not much you can do there. I really thought you could zoom. It's got the options, but no, doesn't look like my camera zooms. So that's fine. I mean, you can still see everything good enough. We'll say that, and then I'll run the door to my shop over or something. Let's see how these LEDs look since it's really dark out here tonight. Whoa. Okay. Hey. Trying to get me on some copyright, aren't they? All right. These headlights were so bad, and I understand we still need to clean those. Oh, wow. Those are dims. Okay. Okay. Those are much, much better than they were before. There's your little graphic equalizer right there. I think that is so cool. All right, let's take it for just a little up the road and back. Yeah, those are just the dims. And the headlights are super filthy. That is great. Let's try the brights. Oh, yes. Yeah. Now, what's weird is on camera, the brights look worse. And the dims look better, but in person, the dims are phenomenal, and the brights just go so far down the road. Wow, that is perfect. That's all I wanted. Now, as I said, part of me really wants to hold on to the truck because Well, it's a Raptor, man, and it's a really, really cheap one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are done, and we can end this video. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get out of here. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it, hit the thumbs up button. We took that Raptor from a little bit rough to a whole lot better, and maybe I'll keep it, probably not. You guys know the routine. I want to keep it. I really don't have a use for it, though, so I'll probably send it down the road. And if you're wondering why spend all the money fixing it up just to send it down the road, well, to make sure that the next person gets a better truck than I got, because that's what it's all about. I'm going to get out of here. Till next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.